Alright guys, Andrew here, and today I wanted to do a very simple shootout and kind of explanation of two of my favorite modulation effects that I like to put on the front end of my pedal board. They're both sort of phasery, and it's a phaser and a Univibe, okay? Sometimes these pedals can kind of be misunderstood. They can be thought to be the same thing. I personally don't think that they're the same thing. I think that they both have their strengths and weaknesses within certain styles and certain applications. I'm going to show you that today. I'm also going to mess around with their position around gain staging. I have a XTS Winford drive here, and I'm going to put the phaser and the Univibe before them, and I'm also going to put it after that, so you can see what's going on there. I prefer my vibe and phase pedals before drive, but I'll let you guys be the judge, and you can leave a comment and let me know what you think. Okay, so first up, I'm just going to play you through some tones on the Phase 90. We're going to run it clean. This is my clean tone. It's a Fender Stratocaster into a deluxe reverb set on 3. I'm going to click in the Phase 90. It's a real nice smooth phase effect. It's kind of similar to what a wah pedal does, but it's very different. And also the fact that you can just hit it and kind of play along with it, I really like, you know, as opposed to a wah pedal. Let's do the same thing with the vibe. Let me try to match the speeds really quick. So the vibe for me tends to be a little more pulsy. It takes a little bit more of the depth, I think, of the signal. It gives you a little bit more of a deeper pulse, where the Phase 90 has a little bit more of a smooth thing going on, and it's a little more of like a top-end sheen. Let's mess around with the sweep on the, the speed on the Phase 90. So it's gonna go all the way down. Pretty slow. Bringing it up right to around 10 o'clock is you know, where some guys like to keep it. Still very slow, but this is where you can kind of start to really hear it kind of fold back while you're playing. Okay, now we're gonna bring it up to about noon. Check that out. Now it's really gonna start kind of, you're really gonna be able to hear it. This kind of setting I really like because it makes it sound a little bit like a keyboard. So a lot of like Fender Rhodes players will use a phaser on keys, and if you have your phaser on here, right around the noon setting at the Phase 90, you don't have to, there's no other settings. It really just sounds exactly like a, you know, almost like a Rhodes at a certain point. Let's see if I can get it to sound like one. Really gives you that nice little swirly kind of thing there. So turning it up from there, let's take it up to about 2 o'clock. This could be cool for like some funk copping type stuff. Pretty cool sound. Then I bring it all the way up to the max, you're gonna hear, which is also a cool sound. I mean, every range, you know, the full range of the knob I think is usable. This could be cool for some kind of Cool, kind of, almost again, kind of sounding like a keyboard. These are really, really cool. A great thing to use with clean tones. Let's run through some clean tones with the Vibe Machine. So the Vibe can also be really cool clean. Let's do a little bit of like a slow vibe here. I have the intensity, and there's also some trim pots on the Vibe Machine that you can set. I have them set to factory standard, and I find that it gives me like a pretty good Univibe tone. Which, as you can hear, is just a little more throbby and a little more almost like 3D than the phaser, which tends to just be really going up and down a little more predictably. I'm gonna run the speed. Let's take the speed all the way down on the Vibe Machine just to kind of see where it is. I would never run it this low. Still pretty cool, almost like a slow Leslie kind of thing. Let's bring it up to noon. Kind of getting you back into that. Let's do that little... So there are times that I actually think the Univibe starts to sound a little too prominent, and you could back the intensity down a little bit if you want to. At that point, the effect gets pretty subtle. I think that for some of the clean, like, mid-speed stuff, the Phase 90 actually works a little bit better. But they're both really great, don't get me wrong. I just kind of want to show you guys exactly what's going on with these two. Let's take the speed up on the Vibe Machine. I often like to have it around here. I like to keep it, my two favorite settings are to keep it around here, and to also bring it up a little bit to almost like a fast Leslie kind of thing. Pretty cool. So let's take it up to max speed. Again, I would never run it that fast. The travel knob on the Vibe Machine is a little beyond, you know, the high and the low is a little above what I would use, but it's still kind of cool. Also, you'll notice that the max speed of the Phase 90 is not quite as fast as the max speed of the Vibe Machine. Not even close. All right, so let's try it with some dirt now. Let's do the XTS Win for Drive. Let's kick in a little bit of the Phase 90. Adds a cool little nice phasing effect. Let's bring it up a little bit. Let's bring it up a little higher. Now this is where I start to have an opinion about it. I don't really like phaser if it's on distorted guitar, if it's above like around this area. like when it's slow, it has this really, really cool sheen, like a Van Halen kind of thing. When it gets fast, it starts to just get a little too, I don't know how to describe it. It's just the way that the frequency hits it, I just don't really like it to my ear. Let's try gain with the Vibe Machine, and we'll bring the speed down at first to kind of hear what it does. Speed up. I do think that Vibe is my vibe. Vibe is my vibe on distorted guitar. I really like that a lot more. I feel like the frequency and the way that it spins just works a little bit better with distorted, especially for lead stuff. Bring the speed up a little bit. So let's try that same kind of fast thing with, I thought that sounded cool. Let's try that same kind of fast thing with the phaser at that speed, and you'll kind of get what I'm saying about the... I mean, like, it's not terrible by any means, but I think I really prefer the vibe and kind of what's happening there at the high speeds. Okay, I just went ahead and I swapped the order of the gain pedal in front of the Vibe Machine and the Phase 90. So we're going to hear what both of these pedals sound like behind gain. So here's the phaser with it after gain. For me, way too prominent, way too like way too loud. I think it just blends a little better when it's in front of the pedal. Again, Vibe Machine after the gain. If you're into that kind of thing, I personally like my vibes and my phasers and my wah pedals and all that kind of stuff in front of my drives because I feel like it just blends a little bit better. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and leave a comment and let me know what you think, and hit that subscribe button so you can stay informed of the other videos that get posted. And if you're a returning subscriber, I really appreciate you coming back and checking out the content. It means a lot to me, and leave a comment saying hi or what you've been up to. And I hope to see you around. Have a good one.